We are tracking one typhoon in the Western Pacific, Typhoon Sinlaku, making its way towards the Mariana Islands and being running towards Guam. Here's the track of the storm put out by the JMA, and you may notice that it says a Category 4. That is because the JMA uses a different hurricane or typhoon scale compared to the Saffir-Simpson scale. So if we were to compare this to what we use here in America, it would actually be a Category 2. But that's also because they measure the winds a little differently. They average the wind speeds over 10 minutes rather than 1 minute like we do. Regardless, it's going to be tracking towards the west-northwest, eventually turning north. And these are the Marianas right here. So by about Monday is when we could see some impacts. Because of those impacts expected, we have a typhoon watch that was issued by the National Weather Service out in Guam. Now, a watch means that typhoon conditions are expected within the next 48 hours. A warning is when the typhoon conditions will be expected in 24 hours. You can actually see those outer bands of the typhoon from the radar in Guam. Now, I would expect those bands to start making their way within the next 24 hours where it will start to rain. Then the winds will start to pick up shortly after that. Now, the good news is that the center of the storm will be to the north of the island, so the strongest winds will be to the north, but it will still be strong nonetheless. Now, if anybody happens to be watching from Guam or the Mariana Islands, just have your plan in place and consult your local authorities. I'm sure you all have great plans to deal with these type of storms because this is not your first rodeo, but stay safe out there, everybody.